call the roll.
Commissioner Kniezek, Commissioner Kinlock,
Present.
Commissioner Basham,
Here.
Vice Chair Scott, Chair Clark Coleman.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next item,
B, Chairwoman's remarks.
I have none.
Moving on to item C, approval of the May 25th, 2022 meeting minutes.
Support.
Properly moved by Commissioner Scott, supported by, was that Kinlock?
Yes.
Supported by Kinlock. Are there questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion carries. Madam Clerk.
Item D, unfinished business. There is none listed. Moving on to item E1 under new business. Communication from Samaya Harb, Director of Administration, Sheriff's Office, forwarding a report on Sheriff's Office overtime costs.
Amaya on Zoom this morning.
Good morning. Yes.
Good morning,
Through
Samaya.
the chair, this is my monthly report about overtime. As of May 20th, we had spent $6.5 million in overtime. There are a lot of factors that contribute to the increase in overtime, one of which is our vacancies in the police officers. We have 374 vacancies as of today's date, or as of the date of the report. Last year, we hired 31 police officers, but we lost 99 to retirement and resignation. This year, we're doing a little bit better. We hired so far 48 police officers, and we've lost only 50. We also have, in the next 2 weeks, we have another 19 candidates that will be starting the jailers training. So we're inching forward to filling those vacant positions. The other factor that contributes to our increased overtime is the number of officers and staff on FMLA. As of May 20th, 93% of our staff, that's 637 staff members are on FMLA. One way or another, it's either full FMLA or intermittent and FMLA. So that does affect our overtime. Just to report a little bit about the positive testing for the COVID, over 85% of our staff tested positive pre-pandemic, pre-vaccination, and after vaccination. And for some odd reason, in the past 3 weeks, the number has increased a little bit. 264 have tested positive before we started the vaccination, and 318 have tested after the vaccination had started. If you have any questions concerning the report, please let me know and I can try to answer them.
Oh, this is the receiving file.
Yes, it's the receive and file.
Right. So are there questions for Samaya?
Support.
Properly moved by Commissioner Kinlock, supported by Commissioner Basham. Are there any other comments or questions on this motion? None. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Those opposed, the motion carries. Madam Clerk, next item.
Item 2, communication requesting commission approval of the appointment of Samir Jafar to the position of Director of the Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Management.
Move to approve.
Support.
We're going to ask for Eddie. Eddie, would you come forward, please, and introduce?
Good afternoon, Chairwoman, Commissioners. Thank you for giving us this time to introduce, on behalf of the administration, our chosen appointed candidate for Deputy Director of Homeland Security and Emergency Management. He currently serves as interim director. We feel that he is the candidate that embodies all the qualities necessary to lead and continue to lead this department. We've asked Mr. Jafer to be present today so that he may be able to address the committee and the commissioners with any questions, and also to give a little bit more of a background of himself. Mr. Jafer.
Morning, Chair. Good morning to the honorable body. My pleasure to stand in front of you today. Wayne County has been my home my entire life. I'm going on 31 years in government service, always in Wayne County, starting off with the Detroit Police Department. We look forward to continue great things in our department. And the department is a sensitive department because working in this department, I'm protecting the lives of my wife, children, and my fellow citizens of Wayne County. It's an honor to be able to work and protect the people you love, and it's a sensitive and serious job, day in and day out. I'm always monitoring, assessing, and doing everything it takes to make sure we're ready and protect and prevent from terrorism. That's what our Homeland Security side does, and always ready to respond and recover. My years in the Detroit Police Department in the various units that I've worked, the Federal Task Force, being assigned to fire hazmat during the anthrax days, and many different responsibilities, coupled with the 11 years here at Homeland Security Emergency Management, has prepared me for this day. And also knowing that our executive office has tapped into bringing great resources to work with me side by side as a partner. Sitting behind me is Nathaniel McQueen, Lieutenant from the State Police. So looking forward to working with you and making sure that we provide the best services to support all police and fire in our county, protecting life first, then property. If anybody has any questions.
So you say you've been with Homeland Security for 11 years?
Correct.
Have you served as the deputy during that for the 11 years?
That is correct. Yes, ma'am.
So you've been with the county how many years?
11 years.
11 years.
Yes, ma'am.
So you left the city
Yes,
police department
that's
and
correct.
came to the county 11 years ago.
Correct, ma'am.
Any questions from commission members?
Madam Chair?
Jonathan, yes.
Yes, I did, and it was much pleasure, do make the motion to place him permanently into this position. He has a long history in law enforcement, but also has a strong footprint in the community. And I can absolutely say there's no better choice that I could think of for an individual to serve in a permanent role as in this position. So Madam Chair, with my pleasure and upon your pleasure, I would like to make a motion to approve the appointment. Oh, I made the motion, nobody seconded.
I supported it. You know what? I'm going to overrule your motion.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to allow Mr. Knizik
Oh, okay.
that opportunity.
Thank you.
Madam
David,
Chair.
go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'll start by thanking Commissioner Kinlock for his enthusiasm. I share that enthusiasm.
Thank you.
For this nominee. And I appreciate, Madam Chair, you taking that ask off of my plate, because I was going to fight you on that one, Commissioner Kinlock. Like many in this room, I've had the pleasure of knowing Mr. Jafer for many, many, many years. And between the appointment of Randy Walker from Garden City last week, the nomination of Mr. Jafer this week, the nomination of Mr. McQueen this week, it's been a pretty darn good 2 weeks for people coming out of my district. Sam is a phenomenal human being. He's a phenomenal law enforcement official. Folks know that I'm the son of a police officer. And so, you know, I look at these things, I think, through a different lens than most, but he meets these high standards of integrity an incredible commitment to public service. He's a wonderful father, a wonderful husband. He's raised wonderful children, has a wonderful wife, and he is a phenomenal member of our community in Dearborn Heights. So I cannot offer this motion with any more enthusiasm. I can't offer any greater thanks to this administration for such a phenomenal nomination. And I want to wish Sam the best as we move forward with this nomination. He is truly deserving, and the county will be better off for it. So thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, so Mr. Kinlock.
Support, Madam
Like to
Chair.
support
Thank you.
Commissioner
I
Basham.
withdraw
Yes.
my support then.
Oh, I didn't even.
Oh, you know, okay. No, I give my.
No, that's okay.
This is,
Mr. Mr. Basham.
I was just
Why
going
be
to say,
bad
if
now?
Commissioner Kinlock kept going, I was going to question whether I supported
have
this
him
item
on.
or not.
My name is Knizik, but people often confuse the two of us. I get
I'm
it.
sorry, I meant to say Kinesia.
That Air Force brain, that's okay.
Can I listen in with you?
Oh, you're done. Okay, all right. So do we have a clear understanding, Madam Clerk, who seconded?
Did they nominate him yet?
yeah, they did.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Would anyone else like to speak on this motion?
Congratulations.
Thank you, Commissioner Scott. I'm humbled by Mr. Kinlock, Mr. Kinezic, and the Honorable Chair's words. Looking forward to working with you, and we're here for you 24/7. Thank you very much.
All those in favor, please indicate, I'm sorry, no. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Knizik, Commissioner Kinlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Basham,
Yes.
Vice Chair Scott, Chair Clark Coleman.
Yes, the motion carries. Thank you,
Thank
congratulations.
you, thank you, Honorable Body.
Madam Clerk, next item.
Item 3, requesting commission approval of the appointment of Nathaniel McQueen to the position of Deputy Director of the Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Management.
Who would like to speak on this? Would you?
Again, Eddie Fakori on behalf of the administration, thank you again to this esteemed body to give us the chance to introduce our recommendation and before you to ask for approval from this committee. Mr. Jafer is a testament to the type of impact this administration is looking to have in leadership. And with that, Mr. McQueen, our candidate that we have before you for commission approval, is someone who comes with decades of experience as well. And with the experience Mr. McQueen has in our county and the interaction he's had over the years with Wayne County specifically, our public health department and our administration will serve as also a soapbox for everyone to start learning more about Mr. McQueen and our candidate that we have before you. So I'd like to introduce Mr. McQueen to give a little bit more about his background and address the commission as well. Mr. McQueen.
Very much. Good morning, Madam Chair,
Good morning.
Commissioners. My name is Nathaniel McQueen. As many of you have already heard, I've come from the Michigan Department of State Police, where I have 32 years served there with the Michigan Department of State Police. Currently, I work in our Emergency Management and Homeland Security Division, where I've been there for just almost 8 years working there. I serve as the Southeast Michigan Coordinator for the State Police, Emergency Management and Homeland Security Division. I am the liaison back to the State Emergency Operations Center and to the Governor's Office direct. And I've had the opportunity to not only work here in Southeast Michigan, particularly in Wayne County, but to reside here. I've lived here pretty much all my life. I'm dedicated to this area. I've had the opportunity to move outside of the county and to move to other places within the state, but I've decided to stay in Wayne County, particularly because, like I said, I'm grounded here, I'm rooted here, and I have a love and a passion for everything going on down here in Wayne County. I've had the opportunity also to work on a number of high-level incidents that have occurred here in Wayne County, particularly just recently, the Flat Rock incident where we had the evacuation of the residents there because of the chemical spill of benzene into the sewer system. Also during the pandemic, which many of you may have heard about, COVID-19, we had a COVID hospital that was set up at the TCF Center, now Huntington Place. I ran that facility there, working closely with Wayne County Homeland Security, as well as the Health Department there of Wayne County and the City of Detroit. And then again, in 2021, we had the Mass Vaccination Center at at Ford Field, sorry. I ran that as well. Again, working closely hand in hand with Wayne County, as well as many of the residents down here in Southeast Michigan. I've had a close relationship with Mr. Jafer, as well as the previous Director of Emergency Management and Homeland Security here in Wayne County. My kids were born here, raised here, still reside down here. Trying to get them out the house, but they're still here. We just have a love and a passion for being down here. And so it would truly be an honor and a privilege for me to be able to serve in the capacity of Deputy Director for Emergency Management and Homeland Security, if allowed to.
Well, I have to say that you do have an impressive background for this position. That's for sure.
Thank you, ma'am.
So I'm going to allow for any comments from my commissioners. Oh, you,
Welcome, Madam Chair.
wait. David, beat you to the
Redford, so
punch.
you better get
You
Kenise.
want to fight on this one too? Yeah. So, I just really want to say, in a previous life, when I was in the Senate and had the chance to make the state police budget, just acquired a tremendous amount of respect for the agency and the work that's done over there. Currently, I have the opportunity to sit on the School Safety Commission with Lieutenant Colonel Kalinsky. And when Mr. McQueen spoke about the work that he was doing in Flat Rock and COVID-related work, obviously that overlaps with my full-time job as the Deputy Director of the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. And he brings just a phenomenal reputation to the table here today in terms of his work and his leadership in spaces, not just here in Wayne County, but across the state of Michigan. So for us to be able to capitalize on that wisdom and that experience and bring that into the department, I mean, just another phenomenal win, if you will, for the county and for this body. And so, Madam Chair, I would love the opportunity to make the motion for commission approval of this appointment as well for another resident of the 8th District, Mr. McQueen.
Okay, I'm gonna let you do it again.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Mr. Kenlock,
Word.
would you like to make any comments?
Oh, absolutely. Just looking at your resume, welcome to Wayne County. You're going to be joining a fantastic team. The former director, someone who is very close to my family, and it's just you have a great group of people that you're going to be joining, and the new director is an awesome person, have a long history in the community as well. Thank you.
Would you like to?
Welcome. Look forward to working with you.
All of you.
So,
Thank
Mr.
you.
McQueen, Basham, I'm sorry, Commissioner Basham. I didn't see your hand up.
Didn't put my hand up, Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
But when I was in the Senate, I worked with state police also. And also the great job that you did in Flat Rock is in my district. So I'm in full support of your nomination. Thank you.
So, Mr. McQueen, are you still working for the state police?
Yes, ma'am, until the end of this month, June, to the end of June.
End of June.
Yes, ma'am, and then I'll be
Transition.
retired from the Michigan Department of State Police after 32 years.
So you're going to transition over here
Correct.
as soon as you retire.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, it's nice to steal someone from the state police for a change. You know, they're always ripping us off, taking our good employees.
There's a lot of them to take.
Okay, all right. So the motion has been made by Commissioner Kniezek and second by Commissioner Kenlock. Are there any questions on this motion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Excuse me, Commissioner Kniezek, Commissioner Kenlock, Commissioner Basham,
Yes.
Vice Chair Scott,
Yes.
Chair Clark Coleman.
Yes, the motion carries unanimous.
Thank you, Madam Chair, Commissioners.
Welcome aboard. Item, Madam Clerk.
Item 4, requesting commission approval of modification number 1 to a 3-year grant agreement with the U.S. Department of Justice, Office of Justice Programs, Bureau of Justice Assistance.
Oh, Tony,
Morning, Madam Chair, members of the commission. What you have before you is an extension modification number 1 to a 3-year grant agreement between the county and the U.S. Department of Justice. The funding here provides funding for the sexual assault kit team. It remains at $1 million, and I'm happy to say with no county match. All we're asking for here is an extension from October 1 of 2022 to September the 30th of 2023. We're very happy to have this grant. The work and this committee has supported the prosecutor's office with the sexual assault kit team repeatedly, and we are very grateful for that because the work is so important.
can I have a motion on this one?
So moved, Madam Chair.
Can I
This
have a support?
extension. Just glad to do so. We've been working on these kids for a long time.
The support.
Support.
Properly moved by Commissioner Martha G. Scott, supported by Commissioner Kinlock. Are there any questions on this motion? This is just an extension to use the funds that we already have.
That is correct.
Okay. Any questions? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Kenizik, Commissioner Kinlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Basham,
Yes.
Vice Chair Scott,
Yes.
Chair Clark Coleman.
Yes, the motion carries. Next item.
Item 5, requesting commission approval of a 15-month intergovernmental agreement with the City of Detroit.
Okay, Tony, this is yours too?
Good morning again, Madam Chair and members of the commission. I'm Tony Guerrero, Chief of Legislation, Grants, and Community Relations from Kim Worthy's office. This is essentially a rewrite of the agreement that we had with Operation Legend, which was formerly Operation Relentless Pursuit. The amount is $474,991 for the program that is now called Informatics and Spot Shooter Technology for the Detroit Police Department. The term of the agreement is January 1, 2022 through March 31 of 2023. And I would indicate that this is merely transferring this particular grant over from the former grant of Operation Relentless Pursuit so that it is not what would be termed to be a retroactive contract. This is also very, very important. This is a federal task force that is out to get rid of guns and violence in our community. So I would ask respectfully for your approval.
Okay, do I have a motion on this?
Move approval, Madam Chair.
Support.
Properly moved by Commissioner Kinlock, supported by Commissioner Scott. Are there questions on this motion?
Here.
Kenizik.
So I just want to state for the record that I agree wholeheartedly with the goal of what we're talking about here. I'm not a big believer in the shot spotter technology based upon my personal experiences using it overseas. So for that reason, I'm going to be a no on this. But however, the goals that we're talking about here, fully supportive of, would just appreciate if we had the opportunity to go in a different direction. So just wanted to add that caveat before I voted no.
Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Kenizik, Commissioner Kinlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Basham, Vice Chair Scott,
Yes.
Chair Clark Coleman.
Yes, the motion carries.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
You're welcome. Next item,
Can I
Madam
just
Clerk.
ask I know it's after.
Oh,
the
I'm
fact,
sorry.
But I know you have been coming with precinct 9. Does this precinct 9 or is it all over?
Oh, it's all over,
Oh,
primarily 8 and 9,
okay.
but it is throughout the city.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
If I may, Madam Chair, this off this subject, but I want to commend the administration and this committee for approving the two appointments. I have to say, Samar Jafar and I go farther back than we want to remember. But I can tell you, most of this commission knows that I am all over the county. I have watched this gentleman doing two jobs and trying to make sure that he has kept our entire county and our community safe. So I commend you and the administration. Thank you for that point of privilege.
High recommendation. Okay, next item, Madam Clerk.
Item 6, requesting commission approval of amendment number 6 to a 5-year contract with a 1-year option to renew with Tyler Technologies.
Who do we have here to speak on this one?
That would be me. Good morning, Chair. This is Sumaya Harp.
Guys gonna tag team here?
Can I introduce them, Madam Chair?
Yeah, but I see, are you gonna speak on it? Are you, or who else? Okay, you can start off. We also have someone else here from the Sheriff's Department.
Yes. Let me start off by saying we are requesting your approval to add more funding to the Tyler Technology contract. The Tyler Technology provides us with a jail management system to track inmates' movement. The upgrade will allow us to move into the 21st century. Technology is not my forte. That's why I have the experts with me. Director of IT, Steve Yatuma, and Corporal Britton Foreman. They both oversee the day-to-day operation of the JMS. One of the reasons we are doing the upgrade is to resolve a repeated finding from both the external and internal auditors. But if you have any questions concerning the upgrade or any of the technology that we will be getting, the experts are right there in the audience, both Steve Yatuma and Corporal Foreman.
Commissioner Basham before we get started.
Yeah, I just heard someone from the Sheriff's Department, Ms. Hobb, talk about repeat findings from the auditors. And I look at this contract, and even though I think they're doing good stuff, the contract was actually bid in December 13. This is last I looked, 2022. I'm okay with what they're doing. I just think that, you know, at some point you have to if you continually extend contracts that were 7 to 10 years old, at some point you need to rebid them. So I voted no in committee, and so I'm going to be consistent. Even though I agree with the work they're doing, I think we should bid the contract. So I'll be a no on this one also. Thank you.
Hey, you wanna?
Through the chair, Steve Yatuma can speak to that too.
Sure.
Steve Yatuma with the Sheriff's Office. What this is, we currently use Tyler Technologies for our jail management system, but what we want to do, the amendment is to add their records management system to what we're doing, so they could be merged together. We have a list of issues that we had currently with our previous records management, and on top of that, our records management was managed through a consortium that no longer exists anymore. So we're really like the last people standing in that consortium. And some of the things that we don't have right now is if you get a ticket from a Wayne County sheriff right now, it's a paper ticket. So this allows us to be able to print real tickets and with electronic tickets. One other thing is we have our micro reporting, and I think we're the only agency in the state that manually puts in these reports in, and Lieutenant Glasser could probably speak more to that. But we have our dispatch people at nighttime manually inputting these reports. This will automatically drive these reports. And I have Lieutenant Glasser here who could speak further on it.
You want to?
Sure. Lieutenant Glasser through the chair. I've been in front of you guys on several different occasions talking about the SHMEA agreement. The SHMEA is winding down. Our consortium is winding down. The agencies that were part of that have left and gone to other consortiums. Tyler Tech, getting Tyler Tech as far as our RMS and CAD system allows us to interact with the jails and also the courts, because Odyssey is a Tyler Tech product. Currently right now, we're at end of life on the consortium. We've lost our CADs in the cars due to that. We've also lost our, we'll gain the ticketing. And as far as our micro reporting for mandatory state reporting for the FBI stats, we are the only agency in the state of Michigan inputting that manually currently. This product will allow us to go fully electronic, interact with the jails. For instance, the deputies on the street, when they run somebody, they'll actually be able to see that if they were incarcerated with us. And also any outstanding court business because it'll interact with Odyssey.
Madam Chair, one other thing that it's gonna improve us on is our jail grievances. It's gonna allow us to add a lot more features. We have issues communicating our jail grievance system to our jail management system. This is gonna automatically allow a lot of updates to help us manage those grievances.
Aya, did you want to add anything? Are you on mute, Samaya?
I was on mute. My apologies, but no, they did a phenomenal job. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't need anything else.
Okay, all right. So, Commissioner Basham?
Yeah, they did such a good job. I'm going to change my vote. I'm going to be a yes vote on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Basham.
It does. It sounds, yeah, it sounds like something we really, really need. Okay. Are there any other questions on this item? Motion?
Support.
Whoa. Okay, Commissioner Basham moves it. And who supported it?
Commissioner Scott.
Commissioner Scott, okay. Been supported by Commissioner Scott. Are there any other comments on this item? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Kenizik? Yes. Commissioner Kinlock?
Yes.
Commissioner Basham?
Yes.
Vice Chair Scott? Chair Clark Coleman?
Yes, the motion carries. Next item, item number 7.
Item 7, requesting commission approval of a grant agreement with the Michigan Department of Natural Resources.
Okay, who do we have here from?
Good morning. Can I introduce it? This is Sumaya.
Okay.
Good morning. Through the chair, we do receive this grant annually from DNR. We received this award, and this is a retro grant right now because we received the award May 2nd. The amount of the grant is $217,000. The grant is divided into 2 different sections. We received $93,000 from the Department of Homeland Security with no match required, but we do receive $92,000 from DNR, but that does require a 25% match. The match is paid from park millage, no general fund, general purpose. In the audience with me is Lieutenant Gloucester. He oversees the Marine unit and he can answer any questions you have concerning the operation of the Marine unit. Lieutenant Gloucester?
Yes, Lieutenant Gloucester for any questions.
So this is paid from park millage.
Only the percentage, only the match
The
percentage.
match is from,
Yeah.
is it 25%? Yeah. The
Yes.
$30,000 is from park millage, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct.
Okay. Are there any questions on this motion? Mr. Basham?
I was thinking about this, but I wasn't going to say it, but I know it's covered. This includes getting rid of the groundhogs in the old building.
Correct. Yeah, and on another note, outside of the grant, I'd just like to thank this honorable body. We're pushing ahead with the seawall. We had a great meeting. Myself, Samaya, and my sergeant had a great meeting yesterday about the Marine base, and it's moving along. We thank you tremendously.
I'd like to make this motion.
So moved, Madam Chair.
Or
Support.
Basham. It's been properly moved by Commissioner Scott, supported by Commissioner Basham. Are there questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, I'm sorry, no. I need a roll call vote on this, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Kenizik? Commissioner Kinlock?
Yes.
Commissioner Basham?
Yes.
Vice Chair Scott?
Yes.
Chair Clark Coleman?
Yes, the motion carries.
Thank you.
Do we have an addenda here? Let's see.
Yes, we have one item on
We
the
have one
agenda.
item on the agenda. Okay, Madam Clerk.
Moving to the addenda, item 8, requesting commission approval of amendment number 1 to a 3-year sole source contract with a 3-year option to renew with Savant Learning Systems.
Through the chair, this is Sumaya again. We are requesting your approval for our virtual academy. This is a sole source. I know it's a sore spot with Commissioner Basham, my apologies. But this is the only a vendor that we can find to provide us online learning, so that way we're not sending officers to training outside the office. They can train at their computer, and the training is open to all ranks of police officers. In the audience, I have Corporal Bryn Foreman, who can speak to the specifics of the virtual academy and the classes that are being offered through the Savant Learning System.
Good
Corporal
afternoon.
Foreman.
Good afternoon, Corporal Britton Foreman, Wayne County Sheriff's IT. Just here to answer any questions that your body might have on the subject. The training it's a wide range of training. It incorporates agonal breathing, CPR first aid, suicidal persons, suicidal inmates. There is tons of training that we do through this to be able to get it to all the deputies and all the staff and command to get our annual training done in quick fashion, and to be able to get it to everybody in the sheriff's office. And it's a interactive platform. It's with videos, and it's with actual certified best of the best people in these fields. Especially the latest one was the agonal breathing that was just released, that we were able to give to our people because of this platform.
Questions on this motion? I'm sorry, on this item? Hearing none, can I get a motion?
So move.
Been properly moved by Commissioner Scott, supported by Commissioner Kenlock. Any other comments on this motion? Commissioner Basham.
My comments about sole source. If you put a contract out and only one vendor responds, as far as I'm concerned, it's not a sole source. It means, you got one response, lowest qualified bidder, and away we go. But my thing is to do a contract without putting a bid out, and then it becomes a sole source. So, and while I have the mic, I'd also like to thank Commissioner Kinlock for actually coming down and seeing firsthand about the issues with the dock for the Marine Patrol, and he was very supportive of pushing this forward. And so, thank you, Commissioner.
I was supportive of pushing it forward too.
Yeah, but he come down and actually walked on the planks. Thank you.
Okay. Now, do we have a motion? Okay. We've already had the motion, no more comments on it. So Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Kniezek, Commissioner Kenlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Basham, Vice Chair Scott, Chair Clark Coleman.
Yes, the motion carries.
Thank you very much. And I just, while I'm up here and have the mic, I would like to extend great appreciation to all of you for investing into the sheriffs, to getting us into the 21st century, not only with this training, but with the Marine base and the docks, and with the jail system, and with the new jail coming up too. It's going to greatly improve the quality of life, not only for the officers, but for the persons that are inside the facility also. So we greatly appreciate you, and thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, now that we've gone through all of our items, Madam Clerk, the next item F.
Yes, so we're moving back to the agenda. Item F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
I've not been informed of any other items. Next item.
G, public comments.
Okay, would you please open it for public comments. So if they're in Zoom or on the phone.
All lines have been asked to unmute.
Unmuted. All right, so is there any, we are now at the end of our end of our agenda here, and we're now open for public comments. So if there's anyone from the public who either on Zoom or on the telephone who would like to make a comment, please make it go at this time. Anyone from the public who would like to speak at this time, please go ahead. Last call. Anyone from the public who would like to make a comment, please go ahead. Okay, Madam Clerk, do you have any emails?
No emails have been received.
Okay, so we will move on from public comments. Public comments is, it is closed now. So the last item is item H.
Adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Or
Properly moved by Commissioner Kinlock, supported by Commissioner Scott. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.